graduate school was in international relations. That was years ago. Now, I'm married for many years. I have 3 grown children. 2 in business with me. 1 is an attorney here in Denver. Most of my adult life, I own my own business. In fact, I started when I was 23 or 24 years old. Starting from a grocery store, gas station, real estate, investment in a car dealership. Anything has to do with business, I was in business since I was 23 or 24 years. Now, fast forward the last many years, I own 3 different companies. One is called DEA LLC. DEA owns all of our single-family rental properties. The other one is called Attitude LLC. Attitude owns all of our commercial building, rental building, such as our office building. The other one is Addis/Above and Company that own all of our restaurants, around about 8 restaurants. We have about 375 employees, about $20 million a year revenue just on the restaurant side. Why business? Why business? 98% of successful people, 98% own and operate their own business. 98%, including investing in the markets. Now, I use 3 principles, both in my business and personal life. 3 principles. Number 1, relationship. Number 2, relationship. Number 3 is also relationship. It's really important. The way how we deal with people is very important. It's not only people in authority. It's not only people in power. People whether clean the street, or people maybe is the president of a company, or between. The way how we treat people. When you treat people nicely, okay, people go out of the way to help you. Now, when you look at it, highly successful people, the first thing they credit their success is about their people skill. When you talk about people, the best salespeople, they give you the first credit they give is for people skill. I've been in business for many, many years, probably altogether over 40 years, 30 years in here in Denver. In my management team, supervisors, director of operator, the average time, the average year they stay with me, 18 and a half years. 18 and a half. That's about people skill. Now, when we say people skill, it's not only people that's good people or bad people. It doesn't matter what kind of people it is. Now, I don't think there's any person that I don't like. If there's 1 or 2 people I don't like, they don't know that. They don't have to know that. Really. You do not want to burn the bridge. It's important to know that. When people like you, they go out of their way to help you. Now, when I'm talking about business, a lot of time when we talk about business, it's about making money, right? That's what people think. For me, it's not about making money. It's very important. For me, it's about building wealth. There's a difference between making money and building wealth. See, building wealth is the transformation of your income to wealth. It's the transformation of your income to wealth. Good example would be If you look at professional athletes today, they have a bigger house, more expensive house than the team owners. Why is that? The team owners, they build wealth, generational wealth, from generation to generation, because they know how to build the income to wealth. It is like income is just like a river, comes and go, comes and go. Wealth is like a reservoir, water reservoir. When you have that, it's accumulated in one place. You can use that water for irrigation if you want to that. If you want to water your farm animals. So that's used. That irrigation, that water use, that's the difference. So a lot of times, when I talk about wealth, the first thing people ask me is, well, in order to build wealth, you have to make a lot of money. You have to have a lot of income. That's not the case. That's not the case. Any amount of money you have, you can build wealth. You save more than you spend. You save more than you spend. If you make $100 and you spend $100, you never make it. If you spend $100, if you make $100 and you spend 101, you'll be broke. The most important thing, save more than you spend. So you save number one. Number two, you be patient. You don't have to have everything one day. The more you save, the more you're patient. It might be a year from now, might be 5 years from now, might be 10 years from now. You start building wealth. The most important thing is save and be patient. Now, in the United States, it's not hard to make money, but it's hard to keep it. It's not hard to open business, but it's hard to keep it open. That's the problem. Today, 30% of business failed the first 2 years. 30% of business failed the first 2 years. 50% fail in 5 years. In 5 years. 66% fail in 10 years. Think about it. In 10 years, 66% fail. Just because you save money, just because you have money, that doesn't mean you go out and open a business. Now, why? Why is that? Even though there's a lot of answer for that, of course, this is a big issue. This is what I tell. You invest your time before you invest your money. Always invest your time before you invest your money. What does that mean? Do your research. Ask questions. What kind of business you want to open? Is it a restaurant? A bar? What do you know about that business? Do you want to buy the building, lease, or rent? If you want to lease, for how long? Now, are you going to go into business by yourself or with a partner? If you have a partner, one partner, more than one partner, you want to have a family member as a partner, a friend? No. If in grocery, in a bar or restaurant, what do you know about the kitchen? Do you know anything about the bar? Now, you don't have to be expert, just to have some kind of idea. What food cost? What's labor cost? All those things has to be answered. When you go to the business, are you going to invest every penny you have, or you have backup money? How come it doesn't work out? So all this question has to be answered. So a lot of times what we do is, become passionate about some business. Because we have some money, we go into business. So we see 30% of the business to give it away in 2 years. Now, who's the competition? Who's my competition? Okay. Of course, the next restaurant, the next gas station is my competition. My competition, my number one competition is myself. My goal is every single day, I want to be a better person today than I was yesterday. My goal is I want to be a better person tomorrow than I was today and yesterday. And same thing in business. I want to be a better businessman. I want to have more sales, more cash flow, more income today than I was yesterday. A lot of times we compete with other people, okay? With our friends, with our neighbors. There's people that I know, they have a lot of money, but they never be happy in life because they always their competition is the other person. See? If you have your dream house, you turn around somewhere, someone has a better house than you. See? If you have your dream car, you turn around, you see someplace, someone has a better car than you. If you have a dream job, income, business, no matter what it is, someone somewhere has better whatever you have. It doesn't stop. That's why a lot of times people not happy in their life is always their competition is the next guy, the next guy. So they never been happy on that. It's very important today. Sometimes people ask me, what success means. Success means is whatever you have, if you're okay with that, you're a successful person. A lot of times the problem we have today, what's the measurement of success? Really, what's the measurement of success? Today what it is? It's money. That's it. It's very wrong. Money is only one part of the measurement. There's a lot of people well-read, went to college with a lot of degrees, okay, with a lot of knowledge. Those millionaire, multimillionaire, billionaire, they could not achieve what they achieved if it was not the advice, the forecasting of those educated people in their company. That's part of that why we building wealth. There's a lot of intelligent people around, writing all kind of books, giving us forecasting. What's going to happen a year from now in your business? What's going to happen 5 years from now in your business? It is important we have to put everything in perspective. And I'll leave you with three things. Three things, which is important to me. Number one, is your health. Always is your health. Number two, your happiness. Your happiness. Number three is wealth, and everything else come later on. Why you health number one? Right now, there's people somewhere have millions, billions of dollars. Probably be just told you have 6 months, 4 months, maybe 1 month to live. Now, I'll guarantee you, every one of them, they trade their dollar, their penny with your health. Always, health is number one. Does anybody remember or knows Paul Allen? Anybody knows who Paul Allen is? He's a co-founder of Microsoft. The guy owned probably 20-30% of Seattle. He owned the Seahawks football. He owned the Portland Trail Blazers. And all kinds of wealth, billionaires. October of 2018, he died of cancer. Okay. All the money he has, he will trade for everything he has for your health. So always remember, number one is your health. Number two is your happiness. Number three, your wealth, and everything just come. Thank you, and I'll take some question and answer if you want to.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Guerra, for the wonderful message. That was very inspiring. Thank you. Please, one more time, another round of applause for Mr. Guerra. Thank you. Thank you so much. And now we will break for our networking and visiting our exhibitors booth. As we heard from our great panelists, please let's visit each booth for more business opportunity information. And the following companies are in attendance today. We have Bank of the West, Colorado Secretary of State. We have Energy Africa, African Leadership Group, African Chamber of Commerce Colorado, and Colorado Office of Economic Development and International Trade Minority Business Office. And we're going to have some of the ALG members on the floor to help you with any questions you might have. All right, thank you so much.
of the African Leadership Group. Today we were hosted by Campbell Litigation Law Firm, and it was truly an amazing meeting. I can tell you one thing, coming over here, I knew I was meeting a mentor, a good friend of mine, but I did not really know what to expect. And I am just so touched as an immigrant, knowing that I have American US born citizen welcoming us with open arm, not only open arm but open heart, and willing to go on this journey with us to things also they don't know. So we're talking about reverse immigration here, where now Americans are willing to go to Africa to work with us, and together, side by side, not only to change our life, but to change the life of so many people around the world. Because we believe when we impact those people, we impact ourselves. So today in the meeting we had people from Paris, we have people from Sierra Leone, people from Ivory Coast, people from Tanzania, all coming together, and the word was the same. Let's work together to change the world. Michelle, thank you so much for having us. It was a pleasure to meet your husband Stacy here, and the willingness to work together and partner. There's more to come, and come more and see more.
See, not only Papa brought together visionary leaders from around Africa, but you brought stakeholders that not only believe and are passionate about their country, but are truly passionate about the work of sustaining the African people. You brought together leaders that valued and have a vision for education, for entrepreneurship, for building homes, for the oil and gas and the energies of our country. You brought together leaders that are politicians. So the strategy and the thoughtfulness is not only transformational, but it's transforming people today here with this African Leadership Summit, but it's giving them a vision of how to proceed for tomorrow. And that was the takeaway. The takeaway also is to build a holding, right? A holding company where people can come together and have their businesses not only just sit, but begin to grow. So we have work to do.
We have work to do. We have work to do.
But it's work that we can all do together. So thank you. Thank you.
As immigrants, we came from Africa to seek opportunity in the United States. And we came here thinking everything will be perfect overnight. Not to realize when you get to this country, you're facing the culture barrier, you're facing the language barrier. All the dream you had back home became nightmare overnight. You don't have access to resources, you don't have platform to facilitate that integration. That's what the African Leadership Group is about. So thank you all for being here.
how we do. This is how we do. This is how we do. This is how we do it. Thank you for having me.
As immigrants, we came from Africa to seek opportunity in the United States. And we came here thinking everything will be perfect overnight. Not to realize when you get to